What's up, everybody? Welcome in. This is Friggin Nerd Mike at Friggin Nerds Media, and today I'm bringing you a pretty spicy brew. This is literally a spicy Gumbo Pabbie deck. And so Britt, my wife, she has gotten into Lorcana with Penny and I, and we've been playing on and off, the three of us. But she asked, make Pabbie work. Make Grand Pabbie work in a deck, Mike. And so I've been working really hard on trying to figure out the best combo. Of course, I think the best combo based off of his abilities here, you can see this whenever you remove one or more damage from one of your characters, you gain 2 lore. And so a healing deck is definitely the standard, what you expect to see Pabbie played in. And so if you're doing some healing, the best combination is to do this Sapphire and Amber deck. But so you have a little bit of more healing options, but more specifically, you got a lot of card draw with the first chapter Rapunzel, and then Rise of the Floodborn Rapunzel. They get you some card draw on top of everything else, which is definitely needed and helpful in these types of decks. And then, of course, Stitch is also a great way to get some cards early as well. Or I guess with smaller character costs. So there's a lot of possibility in Amber. And I've had a lot of good luck with Amber. I've actually won quite a lot of games with this Amber Sapphire combo. But I wanted to try something different. And one of the main things that I've struggled with any of these Pabbie decks is making sure you can get damage on your characters. And once the opponent knows that that's kind of the plan, that's the game plan of the deck, there's a lot of opportunity for them to kind of foil your plans by maybe not attacking into your characters, or even deciding to not do damage at all. If you're playing a steel matchup, maybe they don't do, they don't play Big Tink, or they don't do grab your swords because it won't all the way kill something, and so then you're able to heal. I mean, there's a ton of thinking there once you realize that you're doing a healing deck. And so I thought, okay, well, how can I play a deck that may allow me to have damage or healing opportunities without having to worry about what the opponent is doing? And so I started thinking about Ruby. There's a few options here that actually help. I can completely ignore what the opponent's doing and still get damage on my characters. Mother Gothel's a perfect example of this. She comes in with 3 damage right away. And so if you already have healing on the board late game when you get this, if you have a Gumbo Pot or something like a Popsicle or something that allows for healing, and you've got that with a Pabbie and you draw into Mother Gothel, you play Mother Gothel, you could fire off 6 lore just by healing Mother Gothel as she comes into play, which is pretty powerful. It's a very specific combo line that you can find that may not happen all the time, but when it does happen, it feels pretty cool. Also, Teeth and Ambitions is a way for you to place 2 damage on your character while taking out one of the opponent's smaller characters. Pretty cool way to get that damage on your characters. The other ink that could allow for this possible scenario is Steel. I liked the idea of having a little bit more control with Red or Ruby. Of course, with Be Prepared. This is Britt's least favorite card. It's really our family's least favorite card, but if you're playing Ruby and you're playing this style of deck, it's good to have a couple at least, just in case you needed a reset button mid-game to say, okay, everybody calm down. Let me get my Pabbies out and slow you down. Lady Tremaine is another good example of being able to control the board. Once she comes into play, the opponent will choose and banish one of the characters on board. And then Maui, of course, comes in and does some damage. Now, the good thing with Maui here is that he will come in and do some damage and normally survives an attack because of his 5 willpower here. And so you do have a big body here that you can then heal to get the Pabbie effect. So there is potential. There is potential. And last but not least is actually Donald Duck here. Donald will actually allow you to gain more lore just with him as he has damage on him. And so with this deck, you could potentially quest for 5 if you get 4 damage on Donald, on top of then questing for 5 with Donald, and then starting to heal him with Pabby on the board. There's potential here. There's a lot of crazy potential. Is it realistic? Maybe not in competitive, but it could be really fun to play this in a casual matchup, maybe at locals or something. Your blue combination here on this deck, a lot of enter the battlefield heals with Jasmine, and then Big Jasmine. Very good way to get that lore from Pabby with the Queen of Agrabah Jasmine. And a couple other ways to just ramp up to be able to get Pabby out. Maybe survive a little bit more with Cogsworth. Get some card draw with Flaversham here. It's a little bit more clunky than the Amber version. I'm telling you, I know this, but it's fun. It's a spicy combo. So we're going to try it. Pabby's Spicy Gumbo Pot. Let's play a game or two. All right, here we go. We're going to be going into a game here with the Pabby's Spicy Gumbo Pot brew. Playing against Blue Steel. Now, I'm playing in lab. This is quite the experiment here. So I'm wanting to just try it out in lab a little bit and see what we get. Lot of potential ramp and a nice shift target on turn 3 with some ramp. Lady Tremaine and Maui I may send back. And I might be able to sing Teeth and Ambitions with Grandma Tala, which could be an interesting turn 3. So let's see what else we get. All right, so we got Lady Tremaine and a Popsicle. Okay. So a lot of options here, actually, on what to potentially play. I feel like the best route is to just get Popsicle out to get the card draw, which means I might actually ink this Jasmine and ignore the shift target on turn 3, potentially. I don't know if that's the right play, but I like the ability of ramping with the Talas and the card draw with Popsicle. So there we go. We got Donald. Okay. One interesting combo that I've seen early game that actually, like, for Disney fans that love the actual movies, that I think is hilarious is being able to play the the Mother Gothel card that has 3 damage on her, but having a magic golden flower, because you actually heal her just like she would in the movies for 3 damage, to be fully healed and fully recovered with that magic golden flower, which is kind of funny. It feels just like you're playing out the movie. I'm just going to ink Donald. I like him, but not necessary in what I'm trying to do. And I want to play Flaversham to get some card draw with that Popsicle. So I'm going to throw Grandma Tala out. Now, this is playing against Blue Steel, potentially the very meta version of the deck that Alphos over on YouTube built. That is very powerful, ramps really fast, and sends you wheeling and dealing with the a whole new world play, for you to basically lose your hand and get a whole new set of cards, which is good because you get more fuel, but it also screws up your plans. So, like, right now, I definitely have a plan here. I don't feel like Teeth and Ambitions is that great to allow us both the ramp. So I'm just going to quest, and I really would like to get this other Tala out. I don't know if Jasmine is the ink target here, or if I should keep a little bit more control. I'm worried I'm not going to make it to turn 6 with this hand to play these Lady Tremaines. I think I'm just going to ink Jasmine and then play another Tala out and pass it. Next turn, I'm going to play Flaversham out and sacrifice the Popsicle. 2 sing targets here for Teeth and Ambitions if they play something interesting. It was a Maleficent. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. This must be a new thing on Pixelborn. You can actually see what the last card was they inked. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I still want to play Flaversham, so I have to ink one of the Teeths, unfortunately. I could have killed Mickey with both of them and ramped with both Talas, which would have been cool. But I wanna get some cards in hand. Not sure if he has or if they have a whole new world, but ooh, there's the Pabby. There is the Pabby. Really hope they don't have a whole new world. That'd be sad. So let's go ahead and kill one of their Talas. And then, yeah, let's send her to the Inkwell. Then I'm going to Teeth and Ambitions the other Tala to just get 2 damage on their Mickey. Mainly just to get the extra ink. So I can play something big next turn. Depending on what they play, it may be Tremaine or it may be Grand Pabbie. Card draw definitely helped to be able to get to draw into Pabby here. That's great. Minnie Mouse is a great card too for the evasive. But I do have some options depending on what they play here on this turn. I just realized my webcam is like super big. You guys can't see half the screen. Sorry about that. I'll shrink that down. I meant to shrink that down when I went over to the gameplay. All right, so they're playing Big Tink. Okay. Another Lady Tremaine. So I definitely think just okay, here's the play here. So Flaversham can kill their Mickey Mouse. The ordering here is very important. So I'm going to kill their Mickey Mouse, take him off the board, and then I'm going to play Lady Tremaine. So the only option that they have to sacrifice is the Tinkerbell. If I played Lady Tremaine first, he could have sacked the Mickey Mouse and left her on board. So definitely want to make sure you're ordering those cards properly. Do I want to ink the mini? I feel like I might, just to have the ability to play Pabby next turn. Don't know if that's the right play. We'll see if that was a mistake. Having the evasive 2 lore there is definitely helpful. So they definitely are ramping up quite a bit. They have 6 lore, or 6 ink, I mean. I don't know if this is the exact deck list that is in meta right now with Blue Steel. Maybe a little bit different. There's a Fishbone Quill. They're going to try to empty their hand, probably have a whole new world, which would be very sad because I have 3 very good cards in my hand. I don't think they've inked yet this turn either, so they could... Oh, wow. Bell. Okay, so Bell's a pretty good target for Lady Tremaine as well. I feel like I'm just going to Lady Tremaine back out, and I feel terrible as normally not a control player. When I get to this point, I always feel terrible. So double Lady Tremaine has definitely helped slow them down a bit. But it's also slowing down my progress to get Grand Pabbie out, because I could heal and get some lore right now. But instead I'm having to control the board a little bit. And I'm keeping this Jasmine at hand because of her Enter the Battlefield ability. So I'm going to be able to play Pabby and potentially Jasmine on the same turn next turn. Which should help get an extra lore or 2 with Pabby's ability. Let's see what they play here. 7 cards in hand. Again, a whole new world would feel terrible, but they're not showing signs of having it. And Eye of the Fates. Okay, this is a very interesting brew here for sure. Okay, now it's very interesting. I normally would not ink the Gumbo Pot. Is it worth the 1 turn? Let's see. I feel like inking Jasmine here and hopefully playing Gumbo Pot and Tremaine on the next turn would probably be the better play. No huge threat right now for Flaversham. Not showing signs of much control on their side. So I think I'm going to ink the Jasmine. The Gumbo Pot made this turn very interesting to try to plan out the next turn. And so because of that, I feel like this is the better line. Go ahead and quest up. And then potentially get a few extra doses of Grand Pabbie on the next turn, attacking into Winnie the Pooh. Lady Tremaine would be able to kill Winnie on one shot, so it may be worth trying to get a little bit more damage on Flaversham just to have the ability to heal him more. I kind of don't want to... Oh, there's a whole new world. There it is. Well, that's unfortunate because I had a for sure heal there that could help. But we do have the ability to do a little bit of damage, get some resist down. Got some card draw with Flaversham. Don't know if we're going to need it, though. We may need to use that popsicle for the heals. This is interesting. That Gumbo Pot, the Gumbo Pot being spun out of my hand changes a lot. And they're starting to get a lot of cards in their inkwell. Let's see what happens. Another Fishbone Quill. They're just trying to empty out their hand again. Another sign that they probably have a second Whole New World. They only have played one. Only have played one Whole New World. They're at the 10. So a Lady Tremaine would be very nice, but we don't have her anymore. And I believe I'm only running 3, so we will not have a Lady Tremaine. Another popsicle is interesting. Okay, so I could fire off 2 popsicles here, which is what I want to do to get the card draw. Oh, there's the Gumbo Pot, baby. So here's what we should do. We are going to smash into Winnie the Pooh to get 2 damage on Tremaine. Oh, this is going to be fun, you guys. All right, so I'm going to play this Gumbo Pot. And I am going to smash Tremaine here. Kill the Pooh. And then I'm going to use the Gumbo Pot to heal 1 damage from each character there for Pabby's ability. Then I'll use the popsicle to fully heal up Tremaine. 2 more lore there. Use the popsicle to heal up Flaversham. 2 more lore there. And just with Pabby, we got the W, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Spicy Gumbo Pot for the win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's super short. I may record a couple more here on my lunch break if I have time, but definitely going to try to end the video here with the victory, with the ability for you guys to see, you know, the Gumbo Pot combo in blue paired with either Amber or Ruby can work. This one was a little bit more controlled, the ability to control the board a little bit more at the beginning of the game to be able to get Pabby out to do these awesome combos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Try the spicy combo or Gumbo Pot deck out. See what you think. Let me know your thoughts. We'll see you on the next one. Stay friggin' nerdy, everybody. Thanks so much.